Yo, what's going on, man? I've been on 2K for the past, what's it, like 2, 3 weeks. I don't know what cap rates are. I'm on there day and night, and I still don't know what they are. Hopefully, this video tells us, but by the looks of it, most of these videos are not telling us. They're just telling you how to use them. So I guess we'll find out. I'm yet to get any cap breakers, but I'm very close to level 40. So anyway, let's get to it. That's the first time.
Cap breakers in NBA 2K26 seem to be easier to get than in previous years, and they're very important to unlock the full potential of your character. Still, I've seen many people ask where do you actually apply the cap breakers. They don't seem to know where the interface for applying cap breakers is, and this is going to be a short video just to show you how this is done, how to apply cap breakers in NBA 2K26, and if you find this information useful, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. So anyways, you've unlocked your cap breaker either through the season or build specialization or being part of a crew, and now you want to apply it to a stat to get a better badge for that attribute. You want to open up your main menu, go to progression, and then go to attributes. Now, when you already have one cap breaker, this option is not going to show up unless you have a cap breaker already unlocked. It says to press down on your right stick, and that's going to bring up the cap breaker interface. Now you can choose whichever attribute you want to push past its limit. So only attributes that you've already spent VC on to get them to their max value from your default build stats can be pushed past their limit. And in my next video, I'm going to go in depth into which stats you should invest your cap breakers into. But if you already know which attribute you want to boost, just apply on the +1, +2, or whatever value it is, and then apply and it's going to be boosted. And that's the interface. So wait for my next video. I'm going to talk about why some of these attributes are locked, why some of these attributes only allow you to have +1, while others allow you even things like +8 on your attributes. And in the meantime, like the channel and subscribe to it. And then this is the noob signing out.
Okay. Well, we know what the cap breakers are now. The cap breakers is the they allow you to boost your overall pass. What it's normally at. I want to go watch another video. That wasn't enough, right? We just watched the 2-minute video. I saw one up here. It's like this is I guess another video by him.
Cap breakers are the most important thing in NBA 2K26 for maximizing your player's potential. It's a very complex subject, and I'm going to try and explain the cap breaker interface as well as which attributes to invest your cap breakers into to maximize your player's potential. And if I succeed in doing so, please let me know by leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. Now, how do you get cap breakers? There's more ways than one, and they seem to be in abundance in NBA 2K26. There's a total of 28 cap breakers that you're going to be able to get throughout the 9 seasons of NBA 2K26. But right now in the first season you can get 1 from season rewards. There's 4 to be obtained through crew rewards. If you join a crew and level it up to level 30, you'll get 4. There's also lifetime challenges that can get you 2, but you're going to get at least 1 if you're playing solo. And then if you play PvP in Rec and Park, and you will rank up your reputation, and then you can get cap breakers this way. And also there's the new build specialization, which upon completion can grant you cap breakers as well. But these can only be applied to your build specialization attributes. Now let's talk about the cap breaker interface. You go to progression, then attributes, and then you press down on your right stick or the R3 button on your controller, and that's going to open up the cap breaker interface. It will only show up if you have a cap breaker unlocked that you can apply. As you can see here, some attributes you can't raise with cap breakers because of your physical attributes. What this means is that you can use a cap breaker on an attribute up to its max potential rating, allowed by your build's height, weight, and wingspan. So when you first created your character, you define this in the player builder. My 7'1", 248-pound setter with a 7'6" wingspan will never be able to have 3-point shooting higher than 80, even with cap breakers. So that's the first limitation. As you can see here, some attributes can only be raised by 1 point at a time, while others provide larger bonuses like 12 for ball handling in my case. So attributes closer to the absolute maximum value can be upgraded by just 1 point. But attributes that give more points per cap breaker are probably the ones you won't be using at all, so what's the point of investing into them? So that's the decision you're going to be making. You can click on an attribute in the cap breaker interface that you might want to upgrade, and the interface will show if that unlocked any new badge levels or animations when you press Y on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation. Here you can see my Box Out Beast badge will become legend if I put 2 points into offensive rebounding, and you can also see that if I invest my cap breakers here, I'll unlock 4 badges to bronze and silver. The bad thing about this interface is it's a little bit clunky and you cannot see what will happen when you have 5 cap breakers to invest into a stat, if you don't have 5 cap breakers at that time. I know for a fact that if I get my standing dunk to 95, I'll get my Hall of Fame rise up, but that is not clear in this interface. You would have to go all the way out of my career and into creating a new build and looking at badge requirements in that interface to figure out exactly how many attribute points you need to get with cap breakers for the next level of a badge. For my standing dunk, you can see that it's 95 this way. Alright, now that I've covered the interface, I want to talk about what to invest your cap breakers into, which is why you're here. The whole thing about cap breakers is that they allow you to unlock your favorite badges to Hall of Fame or Legend, because you can do this with a very few of them when you first created your player build. So my first recommendation is to invest cap breakers into attributes that will unlock your favorite badges next level. Important though, I have additional information for you to think about, and I'll discuss this in just a bit. In my case, I wanted to be Rebound God, and I invest into Offensive Rebound to 98, which unlocks Legend Box Out Beast. So I think your goal should be to invest your first cap breakers into attributes that will unlock Hall of Fame or Legend badges that are the most useful to you and your playstyle. So that's Lightning Launch, or Set Shot Specialist, or something like that. Now for the important information that I mentioned. Badges level can be upgraded with Max +1 and Max +2 badge perks. One of these badge perks is related to your build specialization. So when you do your build specialization and unlock it, you're gonna unlock Max +1 and Max +2, but only for the badges that are related to your build specialization. You'll also unlock cap breakers that you can only apply to your build specialization attributes. In my case, this means that I can apply these cap breakers only to rebounding stats. What this means is that I made a mistake applying regular cap breakers to my rebounding stats. I should have waited for my build specialization cap breakers and applied those to my rebounding stats. The cap breaker interface even warns you about this. Are you sure you want to spend your cap breakers on the attribute that unlocks badges you can boost with your build specialization? So that's the important information you gotta keep in mind when deciding into which attribute you're gonna invest your cap breakers into. Because your goal is to get as many Legend and Hall of Fame badges. You do this by using Max +1 and Max +2 badge perks and investing cap breakers into your player. You want to strategize and get the most badges upgraded with these mechanics. So make a decision which badges you'll upgrade with your Max 1 and Max +2. You do this first, and then boost attributes with cap breakers to get more Hall of Fame and Legend badges. And you take into account which build specialization you have, how many cap breakers you're going to get from there, and what are you going to apply those specialized cap breakers to. The pure boost of higher attribute might not outweigh the power of badges. So for example, my 98 offensive rebounding might not be as effective as a Legend Box Out Beast. Legend Lightning Launch, for example, boosts your speed with ball by 14% compared to 9% you get with Hall of Fame badge. Same goes for Set Shot Specialist. So decide for yourself what you'll go for and stick to it. And that's it. That's all the advice I have about cap breakers and which attributes to invest into. Quick recap, just invest into attributes that are going to get you the highest level of a badge that you would use the most and it shows up while you play the most. Try to get Hall of Fame and Legend badges and as many of them as you can. And always remember that your build specialization, cap breakers, and Max Plus 1 and Max Plus 2 badge perks can only be applied to the stats and badges of that build specialization. Invest in cap breakers in NBA 2K.
Yes, we get it. What's the hate on the 7-4 builds? People don't like them. I don't know why. They said you made that, you trash. I guess. Appreciate y'all for watching.